Welcome to Epic Financial Solutions. The topic of this video is share investing. A couple of months ago, I watched something in the news and I realized that South Africans and Africans in particular have been very interested in growing wealth through shares because it's one of the passive income where, depending on your skill level, the effort you put in might give you good results. And as the result, most of us, we've been approached by companies and people and Ponzi scheme just to grow our money. And when I saw that, I decided to open an investment account where I can buy and trade shares directly that are listed on the JSE. And I wanted to see how this works and be able to share with South Africans a way where you can reliably have your own share account without being a fund manager, an analyst, or a finance a person or an accountant, but an ordinary person on the street, a doctor, a lawyer, or any other person who is interested in growing their wealth. So instead of going to the Ponzi schemes, how would you be able to access an investment account which is transparent, where you see the fees, you are the person in charge, you're the master of your own fate. So in February this year, I opened an account and I contributed an amount of 270 Rand into that account. And I decided to buy a share. And I followed a thought process which was very simple that I was given by my lecturer at varsity. And all he said was, when you choose to invest in a share, invest in something where when people are happy, they will buy it. When people are sad, they will buy it. When the economy goes bad, people will still buy. And when the economy booms, people will still buy that product. That's a company you need to invest in. So my choice was PPC, which is a cement making company. And I put in my 200 Rand. And I'm going to share a peek of that here so that you can see my portfolio, how much I contributed. And I bought like 179 shares from there. And then come 11 months later, that money has grown about 203%. And I wanted to use this portfolio just to show you how you can also do it. Now, I use Standard Bank Auto Share because I bank with them. And they're not paying me for this, but it's just knowledge that I wanted to share with you. And if you bank with FNB, they also have a similar thing, the share investment account. If you bank with ABSA, they have a similar thing. Or even if you are with Capitec, they have easy equity. So all banks, you don't have to change your bank, but you can access an account with very low fees where you can be able to have access to a selected companies, usually top 40 in the JSE or top 100, and you can start to have an account there and you'll be able to buy the shares. So it's quite simple. The fees are very low. The initiation fee for Standard Bank, about 250 Rand, you can open an account and have it running. And the good thing, you don't have to put money all the time. You only put money when you want to, and you can have the money sitting there earning a very minimum interest in that account, and only when you spot the stock that you want, then you can go ahead and buy it. And at times you might be knowledgeable a bit and have ShareNet and all the other sites that analyzes shares. I use Google. If you go to Google Finance, you Google a company, MTN or whatever, and you will see the share price and how it's been doing over the last couple of years. You can choose over a week, over a month, over 5 years, or since its inception. And that gives you a good base, although you can't decide on that alone. Simply because it started at 4 Rand and now it's at 20 Rand, you can't simply decide on that, but it's a factor. You need to also pay attention to that. So what are my other things that I use? I look at the reputation of the company. Has it been there for long? What kind of people are sitting on the board? And public companies, it's easy. If you go to their website, you'll get their annual report, and you'll get to see the kind of skills they have on the board. They will have chartered accountants. If it's an engineering firm, they will have like experienced engineers, a mix of lawyers and all those people. And that is another measure that tells you about the integrity of the people running the business. And then from there, there's also gut feeling. Gut feeling helps. It helps. A gut feel might be strong for buying, something like Coca-Cola, but it might not be the same as buying, any other brand that has been there for a while. Also go with your gut, and also follow financial news. Getfin24, for example, or any other publication that you have access to. Get newspapers, read about these companies, and you'll be able to get insight. And the best weapon that you can use is COVID-19. If there's another wave of COVID-19 leading to lockdowns and slow down in business, that's gold. If you get a chance where you can buy stocks at a very, very low price and they really pick up. So don't waste time. Get on your banking app, whatever bank you use. Go into accounts, investment accounts. You will find the whatever service they have there. Use that. Invest the minimum amount of money. Get the least amount of money you won't miss, and buy your first stock. And from there you will learn. When you buy, there are charges. You don't get as much as you put in, but over time, in about a week or a month or so, you then start to gain value. And if you look at my portfolio over here, I did it. Yes, I'm an accountant. Yes, I've got experience within the financial service sector. But when I chose this share, it was literally just how much I knew about the company and knowing about the platform. Because this video, the most important thing is getting you into the platform for whatever bank you use. And there's other platforms that are not banks, but the fees are higher, some are complicated, some, you need to jump the hoops to register and stuff like that. But the easiest one to start with is your bank. So as we walk this journey, I'm going to keep showing you the update from this portfolio on how my 260 Rand is doing. And when it keeps growing, I'll update you. And just to make sure that when you start your own, you can have something to mirror and to be able to compare with. And on the comments below, please, if you have a platform that you use different from Standard Bank AutoShare, please also share, comment, tell us about it, tell us about your experience. If there's a share you bought and you made at least 400-500%, if you bought in 2020 during COVID-19, you might even have made more. So please, under the comments below, share, let's engage. And I'll also jot down the details of the platform that I use and the method that I use to look for shares to invest in. This is Epic Financial Solutions. More videos like this will be coming, and we'll be dealing with simple things that are out there in the market that we just don't really think about it, or sometimes you don't trust the platform, or sometimes you just feel like I don't have enough to be able to decide. But if you put a little amount, see how it grows, then you'll be able to slowly contribute more and more into that account. And in about a year or so, you will have a portfolio of about 5 to 9 portfolios shares in your portfolio. I don't recommend going above 10 because then it's difficult to manage and to do all the stuff. And don't look at it daily. Put the money in there, give it time, and then it's going to grow. Thank you very much. Please join me in my next video where we share nuggets and wisdom of finances like this. Thank you.